This is your Western District Fishing Report. Current projections by TVA are to hold the reservoirs at Winter Pool for at least the next 7 days. However, that forecast has been changing practically by the hour. My best guess is that we'll see at least a moderate rise in elevation as these cold fronts push through the southeast. Heavy current and muddy water is not exactly a recipe for success for most anglers, so now is a great time to restring rods, lubricate reels, and stock up on tackle for the coming spring. One thing to consider is some interesting research recently done in Florida, which found that bass are able to learn to avoid large baits more quickly than they are able to learn to avoid small baits. Basically meaning a brand new trendy finesse technique is likely to pay off for a few years, while a trendy new power technique like a gigantic topwater slasher isn't going to keep working year after year. Just something to keep in mind when you're game planning for your next trip. If you do decide to get out on the water, please remember to wear your life jackets and kill switches. Good luck.
This is Jeremy Shiflett with a fishing update for the Northwestern Fisheries District. Both Rough and Nolin River Lakes are once again on the rise. Each will be within a few feet of summer pool levels by this weekend. The water is stained to muddy and hovering around 50 degrees. Bass fishing has been slow to fair in the channel bends with structure and areas with chunk rock. Crappie bite has slowed a bit in the lake, but fish are still being caught near woody structure and standing timber 10 to 12 feet deep. Crappie have been biting well in the tailwater at Rough, that is at least until discharge is increased in the next few days. Crappie and catfish are being caught fairly consistently in our state-owned lakes in the district, those being Malone, Mauzee, Carpenter, and the Kingfishers. Target catfish in areas where water runs into the lake, such as ditches, cuts, and backs of coves. Use crickets, nightcrawler, stinkbait, and strawberry chicken. For crappie, target structure 3 to 8 feet deep and around the periphery of the aeration pads at Carpenter Lake. White, chartreuse, and pink tubes on a 1/16 ounce jig are great starting points. Trout were stocked Tuesday the 11th in Owensboro, Litchfield, and Madisonville Finns Lakes. Additionally, Morton's Lake in Union County and Sandy Watkins Park in Henderson received trout Tuesday as well. Inline spinners, mealworms, redworms, power bait, salmon eggs, among other things, work well. Usually fishing about 12 inches off the bottom works well in these lakes. Light tackle and small hooks work best. Remember that a trout stamp is required to harvest trout statewide, and creel limits are different depending on location. 8 fish may be harvested from Morton's and Sandy Watkins lakes each day, but only 5 fish per day may be harvested from any lake in our Fishing in Neighborhoods program. Good luck. Dress warm and always wear your life jacket while on the water.